What's up, everybody? I just had to tell my wife that I get nervous with her sitting out there, being able to hear me when I record. So, so she said she's gonna go start cleaning. That's great. That's funny. But anyways, appreciate you joining me here. In this episode, I'm gonna talk about the reason why I'm selling my 2023 41 millimeter Rolex Gold Daytona. And share the thought process of leading up to me making that purchase, throughout me wearing it, owning it for probably like 5 months now, maybe something like that, and then what ultimately led to me deciding, you know what, I think I'm gonna sell it. All right. So anyways, so this is not your typical video of mine, but we're gonna get right into it, because the whole message between tap in is, for you to become the best version of yourself, and ultimately that will lead to success and financial gain, and you progressing up the success ladder and hopefully becoming more valuable and more financially set and free, through the power of God, because God knows exactly what it is that you need, and when you're abiding right, I truly believe that you're going to receive many blessings. So, with that being said, I was put in the position to where I could afford this watch. In the beginning of 2023, I make my vision board, and I put a all yellow gold Rolex Daytona with the black dial and baguette diamonds for the hands, or for the numbers. Long story short, towards September, October, we went into CRM Jeweler. I purchased the yellow gold Rolex Daytona, which I will show you right here. Okay. And the reason why I made the purchase, okay, let's run through my thought process here, is I set it out to be a goal for mine in 2023. Okay. I had the finances to be able to pay for the watch. I walked in not intending to buy a watch, because they didn't necessarily have the one that I wanted, but they put that one on my wrist, and it's essentially the same watch, just a different color dial. This one's yellow gold. So I made the purchase because I told myself, if I walk out of here and I don't buy this watch when it's on my vision board, and it was a goal of mine to own a yellow gold Rolex Daytona before the end of the year, what am I telling myself? What am I telling my dreams? What am I telling my visions? What am I telling my vision board? Am I telling it that, no, I can't make the vision come true right now, because I'm afraid, or because it's a large purchase? And it was. I was nervous to make the purchase because that's a lot of money. I paid $50K for that watch. And it's like, whoa, like I've never done something like that before, especially on a watch. Like, what the fuck, like why am I doing this? But I did it because I was like, why not? Set a goal. If I can get it, and I get it, it's awesome. And I did get it, and so it felt really weird after I bought it. I kind of wanted to hide it. Natural, normal. You think you're going to have thoughts of going broke because you just made a large purchase. You've never done that before. So the nerves kick in. You're kind of like, what did I just do? But at the end of the day, the Rolex it's liquid. So I can sell it and get cash back, no problem. Maybe not 100% of what I paid for it, but, at any time I can liquidate it, okay? And so I was like, it's fine. It's just money in the bank. So wore it a handful of times, probably a dozen times, different events, around certain people. And, it's kind of like, why you're wearing that watch. You're wearing that watch as like a status, as like yes, this says something about me, okay? Quick little story. When I walked into my first Porsche dealership on a sales call in California, Porsche South Shore, the dude immediately walks up and he looks at my wrist to judge me. I didn't have anything on my wrist. I didn't have any money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So the guy immediately just kind of was turned off and turned away, and didn't even want to associate or really give me the time of day when I started talking to him. He was short, and he ended up introducing me to somebody else. So anyways, long story short, I always had that ingrained in my head that you will be judged when you're around certain people, and in the crowds, people will look at your wrist to see what you have on, because it is a status symbol. It does say something about you. And at the time when I was wearing it, I was like, yeah, this does say something about me. Like I've come from underneath nothing, and I've made it this far, and yeah, like I wear this proud. And I don't splurge my money on anything, bro. I save my money, I spend it on my kids and what my family needs, and my business. But other than that, like I'm not. Up until the end of 2023, I have not, been very responsible with my money and saved it. So anyway, fast forward to today, to this previous week. I had lunch with one of my top clients who's a billionaire here in Florida, and I always say he plays real life Monopoly. And in my position, you want to be able to learn and grow from the clients that you have, because that's the most valuable thing. It's not the money that you can make off them. It's the conversations that you can earn. It's the way that they handle their business, their life, what they do with their finances, how they invest, how they move, what they read, how often they read, where's their attention at, where's their focus at, what's their workout. Like, you just learn what makes them go, because they're obviously super successful and have, won the financial game. And that's, I think, all of our goals, 90% of humanity's goals, is to be financially free and be able to do what we want when we want and have that type of freedom. So I'm going to pay attention. And we spent 2 hours at Outback, and I just listened to him dropping golden nuggets and how he's made X amount of money, $14 million off his real estate holdings, in 2023, and like just how he moves his money in long-term investments, where to park cash, what to dude, like, you just free game, man, free game. So you soak it up, and leaving that lunch, man, you're just fired up. You're just fired up and saying, like, you know what? I got to play the game. I got to play the real life Monopoly game. I want to win at that, because the finances, business, that is like probably one of the 4 pillars that you have got to focus on to win in. And there is a way to move, okay? And as somebody who's young and come up with not a whole lot of guidance and is experiencing each new level on his own and just trying to pick and stay close to God so he can guide my steps, I have to win at the financial thing. You have to know how to move and navigate through it. It's extremely, extremely important, because we're uneducated. It takes secondary education and you spending your time to research and learn and spend the time to take it seriously, your finances or what the life that you want to create. And we're, unfortunately, today's society is not programmed to take our minds and take our brains to self-educate and learn and want to grow. It's almost like our minds are dumbed down and numbed down from all the shit that we pollute our minds with. But that's another topic of conversations. So anyway, I'm leaving, and I'm like, okay, like, I gotta figure out something to do with my money, because I have the money, so I need to invest the money. I need to move properly. I need to replicate the client. I need to move like the client. I need to become the client. That's always been the goal, is to become the client. And it's sick, because I feel like I'm getting there, but still a long way to go. So I got the watch again. Got the beautiful watch, Rolex. Don't need to sell it, okay? But it's just sitting cash. It's not gaining any value. And for me, like, being only 34 years old, like, this is a lot of money to be sitting in a watch at this age. It's like, it's not necessary for me. I don't need to go out in the public anymore and prove myself to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just a stage. It was just a goal of mine. I checked it. I accomplished the goal. I got the watch. I experienced it, and now I'm like, that's it. I scratched the itch. I'm done with it. I'm over with it. Like, it's like, let me go invest $25,000 of that into some bonds or some stocks, or and then the other $25,000 in real estate or something. Like, just look for opportunity to be smart and to move and to navigate and to have your money making money for you in the background. Like, that's some real boss shit. That's some real movement. I don't need to be in the false mindset of like needing to flex and do all that shit. Like, nah, let's play the game, the big boy game, the one that gets you billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's run it. Let's educate ourselves. Let's learn. Let's be hungry to grow. Let's be hungry to create. Let's be hungry to get rich. Let's be hungry to be successful, mind, body, spirit, and finances. Okay, those 4 pillars. Like, let's get after it. So that's what led me to saying, you know what, I'm selling Rolex. I'm going to get the cash. I don't care if I lose money. I experienced the watch. That was great, whatever. Let me get the cash and let me sit down and really break down my finances and learn learn where to deploy a certain amount of money. Roth IRAs, real estate, bonds, gold, silver, maybe the stock market, maybe real estate. Like, bro, play the game. This is the game that the big boys play, and you need to know how to move in it. So, yeah, I wouldn't say this is a regret or anything like that. Just young kid coming up. Hey, learn, move, maneuver, learn, grow, and keep it pushing. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. It's always an ascension. It's always an involvement. You should never think like you did 3 years ago. You should never think like you did 2 years ago. You should always be learning and gaining more knowledge and progressing in the 4 main pillars of life: faith, family, finances, and fitness. And just, man. So yeah, that's where I'm going to be at coming this year, and the next 12, 24 months is I'm going to be ready to invest when the time presents itself and get some things going and just move accordingly, move smart, because there's peaks and valleys in business and in life. And you know you always want to be prepared for when the valley comes, because it does come. You will get knocked down, you will get some come across your plate, but it's it's probable, it's life, it's business. So just you got to move accordingly and move smart. So anyways, I'll cut you loose, man. It's right over 10 minutes. I hope you got some value, some insight, whatever you got from the show, the recording, just drop it in the comments and let me know, man. And if you have any topics that you'd like me to discuss or talk about or hit on, let me know. I'm down. Much love. Tap in.